everyone, this is Rotodeal, and today I have one of the most interesting products that basically has been on my shopping list for almost a year now. This is the VIOFO Dashcam camera, and the specific model is actually VIOFO A119S version 2. I'm going to talk about the differences between the S model and the original model, and also tell you why this is probably the best dashcam camera you can get. If you're for the first time on this channel, you might want to check out our other videos by subscribing. This is the red button down below, because personally my goal is just to check the most interesting gadgets, and I've been doing that for quite a while, so you're gonna keep on seeing these amazing products. Just click on that red button. Let's talk about the VIOFO A119S. First of all, this specific dashcam has amazing features. One of them is actually having 1.6 aperture. This means that you're gonna get insanely good performance in low light. So, like I just mentioned, we got a aperture of 1.6 on this lens. We also got a Sony sensor. This is just amazing. And all in all, unlike the first model or many other dash cameras, they usually have very wide angle field of view. I don't like that. I think that to get the most, let's say the best viewing angle, you need to be at around 125 degrees of angle of view, and this is exactly what you get on the 119S VIOFO model. Also, another thing that this model has, and it does it very good, is actually GPS. And I'm also showing you video right now of everything when it looks, when you actually have it, when you look at the files. The GPS here is very good, and you also get a GPS mount that basically connects to the bottom of the product. And when it has GPS, you will see the GPS data overlaid on the video itself. That's just exactly what you want if something bad happens. And also you can basically change all of the information that you see on the video, including other overlays like the time or the model of the car or the camera or whatever. So that's the first thing. Let's talk about resolution. We have 1080p 60 frames per second at a 20 megabits bitrate on this guy, and you can also change it to 720p 120 frames per second. Now remember, when talking about dash cameras, you need as much frames as you can get, because when something happens you want to see the most possible images of that occurrence. Many of the dash cameras today don't have the 4K resolution like I'm recording on right now, and that's okay because you still can get lots of details on the 1080p version resolution, and also you need frames more than resolution, believe me. So that's the first thing. I'm gonna set it at 1080p 60 frames per second, obviously. The other thing is, this is a hidden camera, so you can actually place it behind the mirror. It doesn't take up space on your dashboard like many other cameras. And also it's not that intrusive. So for me, this is personally a good plus about this camera. Let's talk about a bit the differences between this model and the other model, which is not the S version. Basically, this is VIOFO A119S, and the other model is A119. You have three big differences. The first one is the angle of view. The A119 without the S has 160 degrees angle of view. If you think you need more than what you're seeing right now on video, then get that version. I personally believe you don't. And the second best thing, actually the first best thing, is the low light capabilities. Because you are getting a 1.6 aperture lens on this model, and also a Sony sensor that deals better with low light, this is a better low light performance camera, dash camera, than the other one, the non-S model. So get the S one if you want low light performance, and believe me, you probably want. So that's gonna, at least you don't have any trouble now figuring out which model you want. I'm gonna put in the description of this video links to both models, by the way, so you can also take a look. These was ordered from Banggood, and Banggood is an amazing, reliable supplier of products from China. So that's about it. Let's keep on talking, because you have more features jam-packed on this guy. We have a wide dynamic range options which you can turn on. Especially at night, you will see big difference with this option on. you'll see more colors and actually more shades, more of the details in the shade. So if you have lots of driving where you are going into parking spots and so on, you might want to turn this option on in the menus. The other options, two options we actually have, is LDWS and also the collision warning system. This is really surprising in a dash camera. These two features basically give you alerts. You are almost in a collision situation. That's the first one. And the second one is a lane departure system. When you are basically, maybe you're not looking at your lanes right now and you're actually leaving the road. I tested out, both of these work. I have found that the lane departure is not as good as in many other lane departure dedicated systems, so I'm still going to keep my other systems for security, but the collision warning actually was on spot many times when I checked it. So let's keep on moving. We have a G sensor on this guy, so basically you do get stable footage, and this is what hopefully you are seeing right now. And also you have a LED lighting on the record button. This is important at night time because, believe me, my other dash camera didn't have that, and I had to really tilt my head and point out my flashlight from the phone to see what I'm clicking on. So that's a really important feature, and this is also built in this model. The last thing is that we have a big website on the internet that's called Dashcam Talk, and I've been really into that website to see what people are talking about in terms of which model to get in the dashcam world. And believe me, you can check it yourself. Everyone's saying this is probably the best dash camera in the world. It has better aperture than the Xiaomi camera, which is also another camera I'm going to put in the link in the description below. And it also has tons of features like I just mentioned. If you just are curious about the file system that the camera produces on your SD card, which by the way is over here, 32 gigabytes of SD card will provide you of about 5 hours of recording time. So that's something you need to know. You also get a mini USB plug to power up the camera itself, and an AV out plug if you want to take out the video from this camera. This is also recording if you wanted to record audio as an audio that goes on in your car. So that's just another feature. And I think I went over everything. I'm going to show you during this video lots of examples of how the video looks like. I hope you enjoyed everything we've done here. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, make sure you click on that red subscribe button to keep on getting updates on products. So this was definitely an interesting one. In the box, by the way, you get the cables you need to power up this camera, which you will obviously use the power from the car. This is a 12 volt, 24 or 12 volt plug. And you will also get the cable, the long cable that you need to get the camera up on your dash behind your mirror. Also, you will get 5 snippets of plastic which you can use to keep the cable in place, and lots of other neat things in the box itself, like an extra set of plastics which you can use without the GPS if you want to, for example, connect this camera in multiple cars and move it between them, or if you just don't want to use the GPS or you want to replace the plastic that basically holds the camera. So that's about everything you get here on the box. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna see you on our next gadget. Bye bye.